Week 6, video number 6, how can we provide extra value?
When you run a video content business or any digital business, then the landscape's always changing, and we need to respond to that quickly. You need to move fast, you need to keep your costs down, you need tenacity, you need luck, but most of all you need to listen to what people want. This is my journey of building and launching a new business in 10 weeks.
So this might be a slightly odd one to put in at this stage. I think, as I worked through it, I just kind of got to a point where I needed to add in more. I've already spoken about this in the last couple of videos a little bit as well. And it's really just about looking at what you've got and thinking like, well, how can we make it better? How can we make it really, really attractive? Markets are really competitive, particularly something like video. There's a lot of people out there with cameras. They know how to work them, It's a competitive market, it's a creative market, people like to get into it, it looks like fun work, so people want to do it. So we have to think, or I've had to think about how I can take something simple like making a video for someone and just make it far more attractive. Now obviously the systems and the processes that I've been talking about through these videos helps that. It makes it a little bit more organised and a little bit better, and I think that instills confidence in people when they want to engage in that process. But what else can you give them? Now, obviously, one of the things that you can do to remain competitive or to be competitive is to cut costs. But you can't do that at the sake of the business, not at the sake of the health of the business. And now one of the things that I've tried to focus on really hard with this is to keep the costs down as much as possible. I actually think figuring out a way of offering something as cheaply as possible is better for a scalable business than the kind of preconceived idea that service industries need to keep putting their prices up. I disagree with that. I think if we can find a way of doing something that still works and is still effective, then we absolutely should. That's the challenge. That's the absolute challenge. But obviously you can't drop your prices to the point where you're stitching yourself up and putting your business in danger. So how else can you provide value? Well, one of the ways that I've chosen to do that with this business is to build a community, because community is a unique thing that you can't really replicate in any other way. If you've got a community around your business, if you've got people around your business, then that's not something that you can literally just kind of, put together quickly. It takes time, it takes energy, but it's a really valuable asset for a business to have, which is exactly why we've put forums and communication tools into our website, into the login areas, into the account areas that allow the people within the business, our team, the people who are running the business, myself, our clients, all a space where we can communicate and chat and network and build a bit of a community within the business. So that's really important. That's the first thing. The second thing which I think we can do is we can help educate the people that we serve. And video marketing is a huge area, and we can create content, we can film content, we can edit content, but then how do you publish it? How do you plan it? What channels are you going to push it out on? What's the strategy for creating a funnel so that you can move people from A to B? There's all sorts of stuff around the edges that we can advise on, but really it's the kind of stuff that an entrepreneur or a business leader needs to be thinking about and considering themselves. So we've baked educational resources into the back of the business as well. So now when somebody comes on board, they get access to courses, to webinars, to information that's going to help them become a master of that whole area. So we might help them deliver the filming or the editing of the actual content, but they're also getting an overview and a broad understanding and a broad insight into video marketing as a strategy. And then the other thing, finally, which I think is really important, is that we can hold their feet to the fire. It's really, really easy to set out on a mission to create content, to publish media, and then to get distracted and to stop doing it. And it's vital in modern circles with social media to keep going, to keep that consistency, to keep your audience engaged and serving them so that they trust you, so that you build trust. And if one of the things that we can do is help people to remain consistent and say, where's the media, we need to shoot, here's your next deadline, and to keep things ticking over like that, that in itself is valuable as well.